Hi, Lee. Can you give us some information about this wild camping that you do at the lakes?
So something I got into a good while ago, to be honest. About 4 years ago. Actually, I think it was COVID, and I just like to get up the hills. Get out. If you go out for a walk, you're walking along. You're like, oh, this is mint. You get to the top. This is mint. Sometimes you don't want to go home. So the way I say it is, I take my tent. I don't have to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to walk up all through the hills, find yourself a nice spot, camp at the top. You can rest up. You can take in the views. It's just so relaxing. It's unbelievable. It's like I try and explain it to my mates. You never experience silence like when you're up there. So like, say if we were to sit and be quiet, yeah, you hear the traffic and things like that. Up there you still hear birds and wind and whatever, but there's just a silence behind it, and it's just incredible for your mind, incredible for your body. You're lying there on the ground. I can't even put into words how nice it is. It's just a good little recharge.
Do you find that you bump into other wild campers, or is that very rare?
Very rare, to be honest. You bump into them all on Facebook, and that's about it. You know, you might say, oh, you were only 2 hills away or whatever, but when you're up there, if you're walking up through the day and it's busy and things like that, you'll see people through the day, maybe depending on where you go. But when you're choosing where you're going to go, you generally choose the places that aren't going to be busy or not going to have many people there, so you can chill out. Because again, if you think that's the silence part, sound travels so far. So I remember we were camping on a tarn at one point, and when we were up on the hill looking down on the tarn, and there was a group of kids on the tarn at the very far side, probably about 2 miles away, and I was lying in my tent. I could hear every word they were saying. It's just sound travels because it's so quiet. There's no sound pollution, so it's so quiet and you can hear everything. It's mad.
So which part were you in?
I think I was Great Gable, I think it was.
Is that where you overlooked the lake?
In the Lake Districts. No, so the last Lake District one I'd done, we were at Picturesque, and that one was you're looking over Buttermere in Crummock Water. That one was a brilliant one. There was a couple of people came up on that one to watch the sunrise. It's just a short, steep climb, but I think that was the lad I sometimes go with. I think that's his favourite spot up now. Just looking out on the water. I think it's 600 metres, somewhere around there. Might be 680 actually.
Was it a steady climb then, was it?
We sort of cheated a bit, so we parked it on a start and walked over. So you kind of walk in, not so much up and then back down a smidge. If you come up the front, it's steep climb up the front. Like it would be with your tent and all your gear. Even though then we still had a winter setup. Now I took my summer setup on the last camp, and that was like 9 kilograms, something like that. So it's not. You can get anywhere with that. But the winter one is about 15 or something with luxuries in. It depends on what you take. But
any hairy moments?
No, not that I can think of. Just sometimes being daft. So you'll pitch up and then you go for a wander, and then you might start scrambling down the side of a hill, and then you're thinking, oh crap, I've got to get back up there. Mm-hmm. Even if Picturesque Pike, I was like, oh, there's a nice spot for one tent, I'm going to go and have a look. And I'm grabbing onto the heather, scooting down on my bum, and you feel safe then, but then when you're coming back up, you're like, oh god, and you're trying to scramble up, and you think, if I slip, I'm gone off the back of here, there's no stopping, you're just going to keep rolling, you know.
So you got any more planned?
Next one, I do 1 month, so next one I think will be July. I'm trying to get more van camps in as well, but it'll probably be July time, be my next one. Maybe a coastal one. So we'll probably do Fast Castle, that's a good one, right on the coast. That'll be the next one.